There is a reason they call this the prettiest little stadium in America. Glad to have you with us from Paulson Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Sacramento State Hornets and the Georgia Southern Eagles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Grove will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. So Georgia Southern's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 35, he's got room. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for space. It's raining. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. It'll be a draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Gets the back moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man on the right. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. And, man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback. But give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that 1st down.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And they get him down.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on 1st down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you always worry about turnovers in the first game, and for this young man, he's got to be able to turn the page. I know that was his first carry of the year. He puts it on the ground. That's the nightmare scenario, but you got to be able to wash that and flush it out. You got to be able to play the next play.
Looking to pass. It's Bryant. They go to the wide receiver screen. There he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Working that wide receiver screen. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Eagles. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football.
He's loose. He's at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Oh, he's got a chance. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Ware. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Swings it out to his running back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They try to pop a run on the draw. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their...
Here's a little room there. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Murphy. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Such a nice job at pass protection. You've got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you've got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quickly complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Hauls it in. On the move at the 30. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out.
There's a creep, headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sacramento State.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
So now it's second and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Now facing a third and long. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Phillips. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Let's talk for a second about Georgia Southern. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And the Eagles look to keep this drive humming. Right back to the well. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Black 14. Black 14. Ready, go.
From the gun, running back gets the give. He now has 56 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game. On that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. He might want another play. Wide receiver going in motion. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pocket breaking down. A little release to the back. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. To the air, it's Bryant. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And after the 3-spot guys were all tied up.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. It's a draw. Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that adds to a successful day. 100 yards rushing on the day. That's what you strive for. Usually when you hit that 100-yard mark, a lot of times you're saying my offense is going to win, my team is going to win. He's at the 100-yard mark, so that's a good thing for the offense.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to set up the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This guy has done a lot of work carrying the football, traditionally running it, and now they're trying to sprinkle it to him in the screen game as well. That's a good idea. If they're going to win this game, you just need to force-feed him the football as many different ways as possible. I like mixing in the traditional running back screen there.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Stepping to the right. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
And it's 3rd down and short, and I'm kind of surprised. Listen, I love aggressive offenses, but this is an offense that's been running the football really, really well. Surprised they just didn't get physical and try to get that 3rd down with a run.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Oh, he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quarterback making checks. To throw, it's Bryant. Going to try to get it himself. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Here we go. Ready.
To the air on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Louisville taking on the UAB Blazers.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others.
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
Freeze!
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. He's going to run it. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Ready, go!
Makes a grab and room to run. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Ready, go!
Now he's looking to throw it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Eagles! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They give it to him again. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Makes the grab. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw it again. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Look out, he's got room. They make the stop right at the 34-yard line, standing tall to keep them from converting on 3rd down. 4th down coming. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Dropping back, it's Bryant. Pulls it in, it's Murphy. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you've got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bradshaw. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Trying to make magic with his feet. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the...
Maybe some room here. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. And the Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've reached the end of the period. Georgia Southern is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Booster, booster. Oh, here we go. Ready. Line 14. Line 14. Freeze, freeze. Right. Level. Ready, go.
The play action fake. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's 3rd down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no. You're not getting this 1st down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense. Makes the catch, and he's free. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Under fire. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
To the air, it's Bryant. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be third and long. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have two more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Throws to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They go to the draw. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get close to that 2-minute mark.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab outside. It's Ford. He's run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain and the 1st down.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the 1st down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Going for it all. Intercepted to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Picks up the 1st down. Give him 109 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard.
Yeah, and they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll move the tight end. They'll run the counter. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coach,